Hello YouTubers and Odyssey people. Back here for part 3. Starting this motorcycle. It's been in a garage for 7 years. I have a little, show you what I have got on here. Warming up the garage for the last couple hours. I have a little heater and I'm blowing it on right here. I guess I can pull it. I pulled the other rag out of there to warm this engine up a little, the block area here. Just warming this up a bit. Go up there. Here's the new boots that go on the engine. Well, here, let's show you. All right, I'm back. Battery died. It's funny, I turned this thing on before I came down and I'm looking at it and I was like, wait a minute, okay, it's full charged. So, right here, you can see it right here, there's a little tab. Let's see if I can get you in there. You can see that really close. You know what I'm doing. See that? There it is. See the tab? Little. I think this thing's too bright. Now you can see it there. Get my other hand up in there. See, there's a little tab right there. That's what that little notch goes into. I'll show you here in a second. Bear with me. It's just trying to get you into a good place so you can see what I'm doing here. And I gotta check my camera. And we had the same thing here. Okay. Let me get a little better, different angle there. There we go. Let's get a little light. Okay. It's right there. So that tab right there, I don't know if you can see the tab, hey, right here. We've got to get that in there, and I got this thing on wrong, so I got to spin it around. So I'm trying to get this tab, and there's a little lip in here, right here. There's a little notch, and inside this rubber deal, you can feel there's a little notch. So that notch has to, you have to push it on hard enough that you get it on that notch. Thing orientated. Back to where I was. Okay. There we go. And let me double check with my little light here. Making sure it's on that tab. Yep, it's on that tab. So now we can tighten it up. I have a 1 and a 2. I have a number 2 Phillips. And I have a number 1 also. You just want to get this thing to where it's just starting to get snug here. And then check, because there's a little lip right here that clamp sits in, and you want to make sure it's in that groove all the way around before you tighten it. I think these deals were loose because the heat from the head made the rubbers shrink. So when they shrink. So when they were shrinking, the gasket, the clamps got loose. So, all right, so I'm gonna have to shut this off, and we'll go over to the other side. I gotta move the fan and everything, and you can watch me put that side on. Okay. Okay, we're back on the other side. Again, there's a little tab. And let's see if I have this thing orientated correctly. Yes, alright. So now, put the light up on top here. Oh! still see? Get that out of the way. And here's that little tab thing. There, so we have to push that down. Get that deal right in there. Push it down on that. Okay. It's not cooperating. There we go. Gotta make sure it's all the way down. Whoa! Watch out. Whoa! There's low flying ducks in here. Alright. That in there all the way. Okay. I gotta look. Make sure that's down all the way. See in the notch. I'm gonna have to move you. Get my melon in here. These are new, but they're still a little stiff yet. Okay. Alright, that one's in there. So now we'll tighten that one up. Some hose just fell off. I don't know what that was for. Oh, that's just the vent hose. Yeah. That was just a vent hose from something in the carburetor. Again, make sure we get our clamps before we get them too tight. Just get them snug. Make sure they're all around in that groove. Yep, there we go. Before we tighten them up. Alright. Now we're going to tighten this up. Alright, I'm going to put the heater back on this one and keep these two really nice and soft. Ouch! Smack my head on the handlebar. Keep these nice and tight, or soft, so when we go to put the carburetor on, they're all ready to go. Alright, we're back up on top again. Got those rubber mounts on, and the carburetors. I put the clamps on. Then when I put the carburetor in, I should be able to get at the deals to tighten them up. I have the fan going on right now. Fan's on right now to keep these deals soft, so when I go to put the carburetor in, I should be able to pop it right in. Yeah, hear me say that? Pop it right in? Yeah, right. So this is part of the carburetor kit here, and we will zoom in on that. Beep. Zoom in, zoom out. There we go. Just trying to get you into frame. These come kind of all, you know, all folded over and everything, so I took them out, set them up here. I'm going to rebuild the carbs, and once I get these all rebuilt, I'll put the carburetors on and I'll come back for that one. I'm not going to bore you with putting a carburetor together. It's just the float bowl and all that stuff. There's a tutorial on a couple of them there that they went through rebuilding these carburetors. It's not rocket science. You can go look at them. They really get in more into depth, and I don't want to sit here and bore you to death with rebuilding carburetors. It's kind of like watching paint dry for me. So if you want to watch paint dry, check out the 93 Honda Shadow TV 600 series on removing the carburetors and rebuilding them. I think it's actually 3 parts. Taking them off, rebuilding them, and putting them back on, and all the stuff that he went through to make sure that everything was like it should. So we'll be coming back when ready to put the carburetors in. Okay, bye. I'm back. Got some more Dr. Pepper in me. Done with my Dr. Pepper. I wanted to point out there's these little grooves in here that the clamp sits in this groove. Well, this one here, this carburetor I was working on right here, this carburetor here on the left side, when I started to tighten up the clamp, that clamp was sitting up on the edge right here instead of down in here. So I'd loosen it up, screwdriver, pop it down into the groove. Make sure those are in the groove before you tighten them up. And then just go around and double check that everything is in there tight. Okay, so we got the carbs in. So now let's see about putting this thing back up together again. The throttle cable. Can you see that? Let's see, here's the throttle cable right here. I guess you can see that. Is that you, Vern? That's the Ernest deal. Ernest goes to camp, Ernest goes to jail. I've watched all those. I think they're funny. Okay, so now we have to get this one in. Remember, it fits down in that groove and the cable goes through this little eye, this little spot in there. You see what I'm doing? Try to make my content good as I can. Let's see if we zoom that in some more. Okay, where am I? I'm right here. You're not even there, are you? Okay. Try to get my sleeves out of the way. Here's that little slit. There where my fingernail is. There's that slit. So I have to get the cable in that slit and then slide it in. See, in the slit. It fits across the top. And then it has to fit in behind this, and there's that little hook deal. I've showed you that before. You gotta get that back up in there. Come on, baby. Come on, maybe angle it. Come on, you did it before for me. Alright. Come on, baby. There you go. Move that way. Come on, you need to go this way now. Okay. How about if I take that nut? Let's see if we get this thing down. There again. Okay, get it jammed up in there now. Yeah, I think I got it jammed up in there. There we go. Let's get this thing off here. Okay, let's take the nut down past the deal. I don't want to. Let's see if we get it down farther. Maybe that'll help us get that in there better. No, that isn't going to help, is it? Oh, come on, why are you being such a bugger? There we go. There we go. They tighten up a lot better than they loosen. Okay, we got that one. Now let's go get this other one. This other one's going to be just a little bit different. That has to go up underneath. I don't know if you can see it. One of these brackets might be in the way. Sorry about that, but do what I gotta do here. Slide that in there first. Let's try that. Let's loosen the script a little bit. Alright. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Guess we gotta have it out of there. Come on, baby. There we go. I wonder if I got to put that one on first. I wonder if I need to put that lower one on first. Yeah, I think that's what you do. Come on, baby. Get up in there. I'm gonna get up in there. Oh man, it's kind of hard on my finger. There we go. Bottom one first. All right, remember that. Bottom one first. And that goes back to here. All right. Okay. Bottom one first, and then the upper one. All right. What the heck did I do? What'd you guys do? You got it all jammed up in here. Damn. God. Got to keep my eyes on you guys all the time. Messing stuff up. All right. All right, now what I do? Got the bottom one on. Now I can't get this top one up in there. What's going on here? There we go. Oh, okay. I don't know what I did. But it works. I don't know what I did, but it works. Oh, God. Okay, let's just snug these up and see. I don't know what I did. Just jaggled it around till it worked. Okay. All right. Jiggle jaggle. Should tighten this up a little bit more. That was the idle. Guess that's about right. I'll figure that out later. Get it snug. You gotta watch you don't get all crazy, especially in the carburetor stuff. You put the thing together, just get it snug. Don't over tighten it.
For what?
All right, take her out and.
Come on, Karen.
Here.
Come on, girl.
Go on. Go on. Come on.
Hey, come on. I see you, buddy. Carrie?
This is Carrie. I'll show you. Come here. Carrie, come here. Hey.
Oh, now she runs away.
Now she runs away. Carrie, come here.
Say come.
Come, Carrie. Carrie, come on. Come on. I just don't want to. That's my Gus. This is Carrie. You can't see her here. Hang on. There she is. This is our Foster. She is a handful. She's got more energy than both Flo and I and Gus put together. Okay. Okay, head up there with Mama while I finish the motorcycle. Go on. There you go. You're good. Okay. I'll have to take her out of the room. I'll be back.
Come on, buddy.
Okay, I'm back. That's the dog. That's Carrie. What's her? Oh, Carrie. Her name is Karaoke. That's what they named her. Funny. Okay. Got a lot of energy. She's like 2 years old and our other dog is 6, so sometimes she's got too much energy and they kind of fight a little bit. Alright, so we have that on, and now this is the little cover that goes on that. I want to check the operation one more time. Okay, so let's put this cover back on here. It's kind of a decorative thing. I'm trying to remember if that line goes over the top of that. Well, I'll put the line in here. There's a line that goes from this side to the other side. This is the right part of the carburetor. So this goes over the top and goes into that part right there. So let's see how that goes here. You have to take this off or you can't get the other carburetor on. Or you can't get the carburetor out. I'm sorry, you can't get the carburetor out with this one. There. What is that missing? Alright. Okay, I'm going to have to look at some stuff here. I'm a little confused on the piping. Got to remember what I did when I took it apart. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, there's a pipe that goes from one side of the carburetor to the other. I just figured it out. I just had to... Right there's the nipple. And it goes into the air box, so it must be some kind of vacuum. Maybe it's for the carburetors, air for the float bowls or something. But this one goes on right here. Get too much light on it, but there's a nipple right there. So remember that's right there. There's a couple bolts. That's what hooks on the air box, so it's right below that. There's a nipple there. Let's go around the other side. Gotta kick over my knee pad to the other side. Alright. And then on this side, here's the other side of the pipe right here. So right here, it goes right there to that nipple. There's a nipple right there. Sometimes my light makes it too bright. That piece of pipe goes in there. It's got a little wire clamp, and that's on the other side. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'll come back. Alright. Alright, we're merrily getting along here. In this pipe here, comes in here, that little lip that goes in there, then here. What I was doing is pushing down on the middle of this pipe, right here. Pushing down, which pushes it onto the carburetor some more. So I was pushing probably right up in here. Pushing down on that gets it to pop over that little lip on the carburetor, so now we can tighten it up. So it's on there really good. So now I can tighten up that screw, and the screw is way up in there. Again, when we tighten up this screw, we got to look all the way around that thing to make sure it's in the groove. This one looks to be in the groove here. I'm going to heat up this other one, which this here says, I have a note on it, says front carb side. So this is the front carb side. Huh? So this is the side that goes to the carburetor, and this is the side that goes in. Alright, let's heat it up. Sit you back here. You can watch me heat this up and heat down through the middle. It's a good tool to have. You can buy these This is not a cheap one, but you can buy one at Harbor Freight for under $10, $10, $12. It's really come in handy for a lot of things. Okay, that's flexible. Just trying to get this bend to flex. The ends a little bit. I don't know how much of this one you can see. And watch when you set it down. Anything you set that end close to is going to melt. So don't set it on anything plastic. The tip of that blower gets really hot. Oh my God. Getting up and down is the hard part for me. It's not doing the carburetors. Okay, let's see if we can get a different angle on this. I'll be back. I might have to heat. Alright, we're finishing up with the air box. I double checked everything. Throw that up there. There's a little pipe here. When we took this off, I showed you. Slides in here first, and then we put the bolts up. And that goes around. And then there's a little deal we have to tighten up around here. So, got a couple things to do. Slide that on and then slide that on. There we go. There we go. Slide on as far as it'll go. There's the air box there. And then we have these two. I'll let you know what the millimeter size is here after I get them in here. I'll give you a lot of room here. There we go. We're just going to start these. We have to tighten up that gasket to the, and we have lines back here that we've got to make sure that we don't pinch. Alright, that's on there nice and tight, and all my Phillips are on the other side. I'm going to sleep good tonight. I might get some gas for this tonight, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I've gone this far. Still kind of early yet. Let's tighten up this one to the air box here. This little clamp that goes around it. That's in place. That's up there nice and tight. It popped right in there. Now we'll tighten up. Let's see, these are 10 millimeter. Remember, behind here's where the water, the water is. Yeah, I might go out to my shed, get my gas tank. I think I'm going to put a gas tank on this and let the gas centrifugal feed down through it. This has a fuel pump in there, which I don't quite understand why it is. Maybe it's just the way the tank is configured. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do, I think. Alrighty. Oh, wow. I'm really beat. Looks like I'm down to 1 bar. Well, that's quite a thing. Hopefully it's, well, it goes out when it's done. Alright, so I might go get some gas. It looks like I might have to put another battery in this. Or I'm going to go in the morning. I'm feeling pretty sore now, but I'm kind of chewing at the bit to see if this thing's going to run. Alright, I think I'm going to go get some gas. Alright, I'll be back. Bye. Alright, you're recording. There's the bike. Oh! Hit it with my foot. Got gas in it. Got gas in it. I had the battery pack hooked up. This little gas tank. I'll show you this later. It's been sitting for about 5 or 10 minutes. Nothing's dripping out of the carburetors. So I'm going to choke it. I think just. Alright. Turn the key on. See if she'll start. Ah. Not good enough ground here. There we go. It's running. Woohoo! All right. All right. Good deal. We'll shut this off. Shut the gas off. Cool. Shut the charger box off. Unhook the ground. Alright. Well, it lives. The oil has gas in it. I don't want to run it too long. And with the gas in it. I haven't my oil filter yet. I'm waiting for the oil filter. It's cool that it runs. Idles. And we have to get a battery in it. I might try messing around with that old battery tomorrow. I don't know. I think I'll just call it a night. Just gonna call it a night. Ugh. I've had enough. Time for a beer. So it's alive and we'll take it from there tomorrow and we'll see what else is going on. What the heck is blinking on here? Something's blinking on there. I don't know what that means. Huh. Oh, don't know what that means. Hopefully this is recording. Alright. See you tomorrow. Hello YouTubers and Odyssey people. Well, here it is Sunday. Same shirt, different day. I lost some video. On this camera, flip open the screen, comes on. It has a standby up here on the very top of it. And then you push the button and it hits record. Well, I usually shut the record off to go to standby before I close this little screen that pops out. Well, sometimes I forget and I shut it and then I lose content. So I lost the content putting the carburetors in the carburetors per se, one piece. And I lost putting one of the air intake pipes, the little short one, onto the carburetor. What you missed when I put the carburetor in, I got the carburetors in, you seen how I took them out. I had to cut them out, but when they went in, I put the front cylinder one in first. When you pushed it in, you could feel it pop. That's it. Remember I told you there's that lip inside the rubber? It goes between the front cylinder and the carburetor. It's that little rubber piece. And then I went around to the other side and I had perfect angle and everything. I was recording and I was able to pop the back one in and you actually heard it pop in. And I lost that data. It's like, ah. So I lost some data, but we need to move on. So today I'm going to start the bike up for a few minutes, a minute or so that I have the fuel shut off. I have a piece of gas line on there. I want it to run for a while and pull that what's in that gas out of that line, so when I take it off it doesn't make too much of a mess. Because I want to put some new lines on and clean out that electric fuel pump in there to see if it's still working. So we're going to start this up here in a few seconds after I get everything put together and get the camera situated. Garage door open. It was smoking on that video, but you have to remember I had the cylinders full of that Marvel Mystery Oil to go around the rings, so there's still some of that oil sitting on top of the piston, so that was smoking a little bit. So I noticed in the video when I was reviewing it how it was kind of hazy, smoky around where you could see the headlight was. So it's going to smoke for a little bit because of that Marvel Mystery Oil getting in around the rings and helping on initial startup. I still haven't gotten the oil filter yet for this. And I canceled the oil because they said the oil wasn't going to get. I bought 3 quarts of oil for this. Got a pretty good price for it. Probably would have saved like $9 for what I have. I'm going to have to go to Menards and get some. Went to Walmart. They didn't have any. I was like, really? Parts of their shelves were empty. So I guess that's the common thing at Walmart. Sometimes their shelves are empty, but hey, that's just the way things are. Supply chain is still messed up from COVID. So we're going to start this up and run just for a few minutes to get that gas out, and then we'll set the camera up and we're going to plug in that thing and flush that fuel pump out. I have it unplugged right now, so I don't know if the fuel pump even works on this thing anymore. Sometimes they stick, or they get jammed up when they sit for a long time. Maybe if it's jammed up, I can probably tap on it, or I might tap on the fuel pump a little bit before we even start it up, just in case it's stuck. So, all right, so we're going to set this up to start it up for the second time. All right. Recording. Yep, recording. Alright, we're going to start this up for the second time. Pull the choke out. Alright. Should be gas in there. Run some gas out of the line here. Wow, it starts up easy. I love this thing. Idles. It purrs like a kitten. I love the way those pipes rack off. Okay, hopefully we ran enough gas out of that, and then I'll bring you around after I remove this charging pack and We can make it. Snoop Dogg, I'm making noise! That's the big boy next door. Snoop Dogg. He's a big puppy. He's a big boy. Hey, Snoop Dogg. I gotta stop talking to him. He's gonna get yelled at by his by the owner. I want to get the oil change on this thing. Can I take it out and ride it? This is kind of a neat bike. I like this. This is cool. All right, now Gus is barking upstairs. All right, we'll be back. Okay, we're recording. Just want to make sure here. All right, here's the gas line that comes from the gas tank, and that's this. No, that's the return line. Okay, there's a line underneath here. You can't see it. Comes into this filter and goes into the fuel pump. And the line comes out, goes into here, and goes into the carburetor. So we're going to see about this one line here going into this fuel pump, or going into the filter. We're going to take these lines. Got this stupid little blinker cancel. That's what this thing does. It cancels, in case you leave your blinkers on after a few seconds, I guess it cancels it. I don't know. Seems like a silly thing to put on these, but they've got them. So it's on here, it's staying on here. One of these has to come off. Okay. Let me get my pad or something. Making room here. There's something holding the filter on here. What is that? I can't see it. Alright, unbutton. Does it fit? Oh, it fits over. Oh, it slides over the top. There we go. Look at that. Okay, that's pretty cool. This all kind of pops up out of there. Well, that makes it a lot easier. Duh. I can just get everything loose. Ruin this line. Don't want to ruin that line at all. These little elbow lines are kind of hard. I don't know if they even make them anymore, and if you were trying to bend that, I don't know if you would get it bent. Now, that is quite a sharp angle there for these lines to go around. Get replacements, I don't know. That's my kind of beef on these with an older bike. Where you can still get some of the parts for it that you want. A lot of times you cannot. So we're just trying to be as nice as we can here without ruining it. Working it back and forth. Yeah, some of my footage I noticed had my damn sleeves in it again. My flannel sleeves. It's like I say, I can't always get the right angles. There was gas in this one. Wow. It's getting everywhere. Ah. Gee whiz. Let's see what gas is in here. Blow it out. Okay. I just made more of a mess. God. Didn't want to make a gas mess, and I just did. Okay. So let's pull this thing out of here. Goes up underneath here somehow. Why isn't it coming out? Oh, this is going to be fun to get back up in there. Does it come out forward or backwards? Wow. What the hell? Maybe I have to get this other gas line off first. Coming in isn't helping things. So maybe we'll take this one out first, and then we'll take the other one out. Maybe that's the way it goes. We shall see. Well, we're going to cut that line up farther. So we're going to be replacing this anyhow. Which had gas in it too. Slopping gas everywhere. Let's take that off. That there. Now this is the line that goes to the. Yeah, this is the line that goes to the carburetors. Pull this one out first. Oop. It's got a little cover that slides on it. That's nice. All right. So we got that one out first. Now, does this have more room? Okay, this one has more room. Now it goes forward or back. Let's see if we can make it come out backwards. I have to, there's a ring here. These clamps I have to take off first before I lose it. Okay. Now, let's see if it'll come out backwards now that we have the upper one out. Look at there. You take the upper one out first and then you take the bottom one out. Okay, cool. Now, get this off. Oh man, that thing is rock hard. Maybe, yeah. My pocket knife has some serrations on it. Every time I take out my pocket knife, there's like 50 cents, quarters, nickels, and dimes stuck in it. It's funny. Alright, we'll hold it with this. Let's see if we can't just put a cut across it. Just a little, just to open it up a little bit. Just to open it up a little bit. If I can open it up a little bit, I can probably get up underneath it, spread it, and we can get it off the fitting. Alright, let's see if we can open it up. There we go. There it is. She's stuck on there pretty good. Let's cut some more. Alright. Let's go this way. Turn it a little bit. There we go. It's turning. Come on, baby. Don't break. Okay, let's make a little cut on this side then. Still sticking there. Alright. Just take your time, little by little. Come on. You're gonna make me say it's rocket science again, aren't you? Shouldn't be this hard. That's one heck. Okay. Doesn't want to give up? Man. Okay. Third cut. Wow, this thing is really on there. Been on there for 30 years. Doesn't want to come off. Gee whiz. Man. Okay. Can't have much to go here. Must be a really long piece here. Wow, look at that. Well, you can tell that thing's really long. Man. Hello. Well, this is the end of part 3. Had way too much content. I had over an hour of content and I had to split it into 4. So it's going to end here. And then the next one will be part 4, and hopefully that'll be the finish of this bike and deliver it to the owner and move on to the next projects. He has 3 projects for me: chainsaw, a blower, and a very small 2-cycled rototiller. It's probably, the cutter blades are probably about this wide. It's probably for doing like flower beds or something, but it's a neat little deal I'd like to work on. So get this one finished first. So this is the end. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Be nice to your neighbor. And I'll catch you on number 4. Bye.